Hi students, this is Shankar. Welcome back to Max video classes. In the previous video, we completed exercise 7.2 problems. Now, in this video, we are going to discuss exercise 7.3. Let's start first problem. Triangle ABC and triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles are on the same base BC and vertices A and D are vertex A and vertex D are on the same base BC, same side of BC. See the figure 7.39. If AD is extended to intersect BC at a point P, AD extended to intersect BC at a point P, we have to show that four conditions. First condition, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. First condition, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Second condition, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. This is the second condition. Third condition, AP bisects angle A. The side AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. AP bisects angle A and AP bisects angle D. Okay, this is the third condition. Next, fourth condition, AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. We prove AP is perpendicular to BC and AP is bisector of BC. AP bisects BC. Start the solution. Given triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. In a triangle ABC, AB is equal to AC. So triangle ABC is called an isosceles triangle, and triangle DBC is an isosceles triangle in which BD is equal to CD. These two sides are equal. In a triangle BD BD is equal to CD. So triangle BDC is an isosceles triangle. First we prove triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. First we prove triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. In triangle ABD and triangle ACD, draw the two triangles ABD and triangle ACD. Observe these two triangles ABD and ACD. First, AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC. Since triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, so AB is equal to AC. This is the given condition. Next, BD is equal to CD. BD is equal to CD. The side BD is equal to CD. Since triangle BDBC is an isosceles triangle, so BD is equal to CD. This is given condition. Next, AD is equal to AD. AD is the common side of triangle ABD and triangle ACD. AD is the common side of triangle ABD and ACD. So AD is equal to AD. Common side. So by using the side congruence rule, by using the triple S congruence rule, so these two triangles are congruent. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. By using side congruence rule. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Observe these two triangles are congruent, so the corresponding parts are equal. The corresponding sides are equal. The corresponding angles are equal. So angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. Angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. Since CPCT, what is the meaning of CPCT? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So these two angles are equal angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. So AD bisects angle A. Observe the given figure. Angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. So these two angles are equal. So AD bisects angle A. AD bisects angle A and AP bisects angle A. So AD bisects angle A, therefore AP bisects angle A. Next, second condition. Second condition, we prove triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. We prove the second condition, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. In triangle ABP and triangle ACP, draw the two triangles. First triangle ABP, second one ACP. Observe these two triangles. First AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC. Since triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, so AB is equal to AC. This is the given condition. Next, angle BAP is equal to angle CAP. Angle BAP is equal to angle CAP. Since this is equation 1. Since from equation 1, angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. These two angles are equal. Angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. So angle BAP is equal to angle CAP. These two angles are equal. Next, AP is equal to AP. AP is equal to AP. Since common side, AP is the common side of triangle ABP and triangle ACP. So by using side angle side congruence rule, side congruence rule, these two triangles are congruent. Triangle triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. So the corresponding parts are equal, the corresponding angles are equal, the corresponding sides are equal. So angle APB is equal to angle APC. Angle APB is equal to angle APC since CPCT, the corresponding parts of congruent triangles. This is equation number 2. Next, we prove the third condition. Next, we prove third condition. AP bisects angle A. AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. Already we proved AP bisects angle A in first condition. Next, we prove the AP bisects angle D. We prove the AP bisects angle D. Already we proved AP bisects angle A in the first condition. Now we prove AP bisects angle D. Since triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. So angle ADB is equal to angle ADC. CPCT. Already we proved these two triangles are congruent, so the corresponding parts are equal, the corresponding angles are equal. So angle ADB is equal to angle ADC. We multiplying minus on both sides to above condition. Multiplying minus on both sides to above condition. Angle ADB is equal to angle ADC. So minus of angle ADB is equal to minus of angle ADC. Next, we adding 180 degrees on both sides to the above condition. Adding 180 degrees on both sides to the above condition. So 180 degrees minus angle ADB is equal to 180 degrees minus angle ADC. See the figure. 180 degrees minus angle ADB is equal to angle BDP. Angle BDP. Angle BDP. Next, again see the figure. 180 degrees minus angle ADC is equal to angle CDP. Angle CDP. Observe the figure. Angle ADB. Angle ADB and angle BDP. These two angles are a linear pair of angles. These two angles are a linear pair of angles. So whose sum is 180 degrees? Whose sum is 180 degrees? So 180 degrees minus angle ADB is equal to angle BDP. Next, 180 degrees minus angle ADC is equal to angle CDP. Angle ADC and angle CDP are linear pair of angles whose sum is 180 degrees. So 180 degrees minus angle ADC is equal to angle CDP. Angle CDP. So angle BDP is equal to angle BDP is equal to angle CDP. So AP bisects. So AP bisects angle D. So AP bisects angle D. AP bisects angle D. Therefore AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. Already we proved in first condition AP bisects angle A. In the third condition we proved AP bisects angle D. So AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. Next we prove the fourth condition. What is the fourth condition? AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. Fourth condition. Since by using the second condition. What is the second condition? Triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. These two triangles are congruent. Already we proved the second condition. So BP is equal to CP. BP is equal to CP. CPCT. Since the corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So P is the midpoint of BC. So BP is equal to CP. So AP bisects BC, the side BC. BP is equal to CP. So AP bisects BC. Next, see the figure. Angle APB and angle APC are linear pair of angles. Angle APB and angle APC are linear pair of angles whose sum is 180 degrees. From the figure, angle APB plus angle APC is equal to 180 degrees. Since linear pair of angles, what is the meaning of LPA? Linear pair of angles. By using equation 2, angle APB is equal to angle APC. Substitute the angle APB is equal to angle APC. So angle APC plus angle APC is equal to 180 degrees. From equation 2, angle APB is equal to angle APC. Angle APC plus angle APC is equal to 2 angle APC is equal to 180 degrees. Transpose the 2 to right hand side. So angle APC is equal to 180 degrees by 2. 2 cancelled 180 degrees in 19 times. So angle APC is equal to 90 degrees. Angle APC is equal to 90 degrees. See the figure. Angle APC is equal to 90 degrees. These two angles are linear pair of angles. One angle is 90 degrees and other angle is also 90 degrees. So angle APC is 90 degrees and angle APB is 90 degrees. So AP is perpendicular to BC. AP is perpendicular to BC. AP is perpendicular to BC. So AP bisects BC and AP is perpendicular to BC. So therefore AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. This is the fourth condition. Okay children, this is the first problem in exercise 7.3. Thank you for watching.